Hi, this is Jackie, and I'm going to be doing the fourth reading of Under the Bridges of Paris. And this is actually right after the most pivotal moment when um, Melody Alcatraz discovered that Sigmund Levantine can actually sing. And it was with a song to keep my love alive. So anyway, just bear with me. This is the fourth day, and this is the fourth reading. So it's just a great coincidence. And I have other stories going on in my mind right now, and I'm so inspired. I just went to a cinema concert, which is nowhere near. I really wish I was there present during the show because, watching stages on television, and my nails are kind of messed up right now. Watching stages on television is nowhere near like watching it live. I mean, when it's live, there's a vibration, and I just feel so alive. But still, it's still, I don't know, it's supposed to be this goosebumps thing with the Josh Groban concert, but I always ended up crying. I mean, it got to some of the songs, and it just, I'm glad that it's dark because then crying wouldn't look stupid. But anyway, glad I didn't know anybody there. But I was really touched by it. I think I wanted to use one of the song in particular, the French song for Under the Bridges of Paris later down the line. And anyhow, talk about refreshments. Sometimes we want our eyes to cry. So I need to get to the story. So this is internal bar night. So Luke pours Heineken beer for each of his friends, Chase and Sigmund. It's Hanukkah. 2 lights light up at the background with 7 beer cans and candles on top. So it's a little bit, they're just trying to be funny. Luke knows that a lot of Jewish people come around the Hanukkah time, and so he makes it a point to create a candle for them. And it's just for a sense of humor. I don't know if people will feel offended by that, but at least this is the story. So Luke pours beer for each one of his friends, and it happens to be Heineken. And so Luke says, cheers. And then Chase goes, L'chaim. Everyone, Heineken, L'Heineken. And so Chase says, cheers to Z, smiling more than usual. Haven't seen you like this since high school. Luke, so I heard Z, you're taking acting class again? Sigmund, acting? No. It's a dance class with a woman named Melody Alcatraz. Luke laughs to the point of spraying his friends with beer. Chase and Sigmund ducks away. I'm sorry, guys, but I did not see that coming. Melody Alcatraz? Double exposure, the door locked behind. Sigmund tells his story about the third dance encounter with Melody. And the pouring rain with thunder storms. So Sigmund looks up and Melody gestures with her fingers seductively. This is how he's imagining it. Come on over. Let's get started. When all she's really doing is, all right, let's get started. But a man's mind is a little bit different. Or he's just trying to be a little bit more flamboyant around his friends. So Chase says, then what? Sigmund, she blindfolds me. Look and Chase with her mouth dropping. Sigmund, then she played this song about a jazz singer killing all of her husbands. What the fuck? And then Sigmund says, then she had me take off my shoes. As she dances with her high stilettos. And then he sings, She married many men, a ton of them, because she wasn't true to none of them. Dun da 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 dun dun da da dun. To keep her love alive. So anyhow, the way I really picture this is kind of like I can't copy Josh Groban, but I can hear him sing this song. So it looks as stilettos. Segment, I did everything she asked me to do. I did everything she asked me to. Chase, did you kiss her afterwards? Sigmund, hell no. Hell no. I was so afraid I'd do something wrong and she'd nail me with her shoes. It was the most conflicting experience I've ever experienced. It was the most conflicting experience I've ever had. I was alert, aroused, and concerned all at the same time. Look, takes a sip of beer. Wow, you're next. Sigmund, this is just the third lesson. Chase. Chase looks wide open. By the sixth dance, you get to write my obituary. Chase, we need to meet Melody. So I talk kind of slow, and so I'm not capturing the way these guys are talking. It's supposed to be rapid fire, where then she plays a song about a jazz singer killing all of her husbands. What the fuck? And then Sigmund goes, then she had me take off my shoes, and she danced in her high stilettos. Stilettos. And these guys are very, very, whoa. And then Sigmund says, I did everything she asked me to do. Chase, did you kiss her afterwards? Hell no. I was afraid I'd do something wrong. I mean, she'd nailed my foot with her stilettos, with her shoes. It was the most conflicting experience I've ever had. I was alert, aroused, and concerned all at the same time. So there's supposed to be like a flashback where, it would show the feet of the two of them like moving. Dun 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 shoot dun 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 shoot. And so it will just show the feet. And then it's over. Right? And then it shows that he pulls up his. I'm sorry, my nose itches. So, anyhow, then, now, so then at the end of that, Luke says, wow, you're next. This is just the third lesson, Chase. By the sixth dance, you're going to be writing my obituary. So Chase says, we need to meet Melody. Like, yeah, she's our kind of girl. And this is, the dynamics here is that Luke has been so jaded for so many years because he's really, the moment this woman divorced her husband, he sort of felt as though, why couldn't we be together? I mean, like, she's got all the connections, and I love biographies. I mean, we could write books together. Oh, she's awesome. But he couldn't move up the ladder because right at the next rung is her, and he was just doing all of these things because he's kind of like grooming himself to do her work, but at the same time, he didn't want her to step out and to step down. He was falling in love with this woman. It's kind of like Marilyn Monroe. So anyhow, I don't know if I'm able to have people capture what's in my imagination about this. So then the next scene is internal doorway night. Chelsea kisses her date and walks in the apartment. Chelsea walks down the hall, taking off her jacket and scarf. Melody plays the fiddler on the roof on the patio. Mel, Mel. So how's Mr. Spencer? So she was playing, and she stops. So how's Mr. Spencer? I wasn't sure if you're coming back home tonight for the weekend. Okay, I'm sorry. So how's Mr. Spencer? I wasn't sure if you're coming back for the weekend. Oh my gosh, we had a blast hanging out last night. I'll tell you later. So how's Mr. Z? Melody. How'd you know he came by last night? I saw him walking in the rain as I left, you know. Did you scare him? Did you scare him off? Melody. Quite the opposite. Anyway, what's in the best song on the Fiddler on the Roof? If I was a rich girl. So anyway, she's playing that and talking. And quite the opposite. He was laughing throughout the orchestra. And then Chelsea. We're talking about the same schmuck from the pendulum. Melody. Yeah. And so she plays. How could you stand the blinking? I blindfolded him. So the two of them were laughing. Chelsea. That was clever. And he was much better with the waltz. And he can actually carry a tune. Really? I have this great idea, Melody says. Since we need more clients, what if I invite myself to Paris and get his friends to take classes from us? After all, I can guide him in the dance. Perhaps I can sway his columns. Mel. Okay, so anyway, there was a glitch. And so that needs to go a little faster. So Melody says, after all, if I can guide him in the dance, perhaps I can sway his columns. Mel, if he believes half what he writes, you and him are gonna clash. Exactly what column of his do you want to sway? Melody, Shelley, it's strictly for connections. He knows people in the media, and we can start a meetup for a lonely journalist in the Big Apple. Dance your way to Cupid. Chelsea, oh, we're hitting a new low. Cupid or okay stupid? Whatever happened to sway no play? Melody, Shelley, we need to improvise. There's a big need out there for the arts. We can bring lonely single people together. Chelsea, Mel, I'm glad you take interest in your students, but are you playing matchmaker or you want to compete with a blonde editor? I don't see you playing second fiddle. Melody, I play violin, remember? Chelsea opens a bank statement. And then Chelsea says, I need to hook you up with someone better. Melody, we're broke, aren't we? Mel, don't worry about it. No, it's more like a, Mel, don't worry about it. It's just the rent going up again. Perhaps we need to relocate the studio. I can do some lessons for violin if I have to. Chelsea, perhaps you have a point. We are here now. We need to make it work. We need a battalion. We managed a battalion before. Oh, that's not coming off correctly. She has to say it a little bit faster, more of an interruption. Perhaps you have a point. We're here now. We need to make it work. Whatever that okay stupid you want to do. We've managed a battalion before. So Melody plays a tune from Hernandez Hideaway. Dun 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 dun. So anyway,